Alright, so we're checking out the FeiyuTech VB4 smartphone gimbal in this video. So you can see here it's nice and compact. Comes with a mini tripod that you can screw into the bottom. You get a USB-C cable for charging the gimbal, and you also get an instruction manual, and you get this cloth bag for holding the gimbal. So this smartphone gimbal comes in around $100 to $120 depending upon current pricing. Pretty typical price for a budget smartphone gimbal. A lot of these in this price point aren't able to handle the weight of bigger phones, and also the phone holder itself isn't able to stretch to the size of the larger phone. So I have a fairly large phone here. This is a Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. Weighs about 250 grams, and I have received some smartphone gimbals in the past where my phone wouldn't balance. The motors are too weak to balance this large phone, or they wouldn't fit into the holder itself on the gimbal, but this one definitely works. Alright, so just going to do a quick setup here. Got the mini tripod installed, and then you simply swing the arm up, locks into place. The phone holder here does have two spring mounts here. And before powering on the gimbal, you should try and make sure the phone is somewhat balanced, isn't leaning over in one direction or another. The power button is over here next to the USB-C charging port, so you're going to long press this to turn it on. And you can see that it is nicely balanced. And just to show you quickly some of the controls on the gimbal itself, you have your standard joystick here. It moves the gimbal in the pan and tilt direction. You have a record button here for your photos and videos, and if you want to switch modes from photo to video, you long press the record button. Your mode button here switches from the different follow modes, so it defaults to the pan tilt follow mode. Press it again, you get to the pan mode. You have your all follow mode, which is also FPV mode, and I will also demonstrate this a little bit later in the video. You got a little Bluetooth light here when it's connected to the app on the phone, and this is your power indicator. On the side here you have a little dial. You can actually control all three axes via this dial, and also control the camera through the app with the, I guess there's a focus and also a zoom function as well. Additionally, the handle does have an extension mechanism, so you can slide this out like so, and you can then tilt up the end like that. And obviously, if you're going to be using for vlogging or for selfies, you're going to want to use this mechanism to extend it out and then also tilt it up. So there is an app you're going to want to install. You can get that from the Google Play Store or the Apple iOS Store, and install it to your smartphone and connect it to the gimbal. As long as you have Bluetooth on, it should auto connect. It worked pretty much out of the box for me. I don't have to do any passcodes or anything like that in there. And the main feature you're going to want to use with the app is the tracking feature. You can go into the settings over here and turn that on over here. Also, you can turn it on via gestures. So we'll go out to location here. I'll show you how the gimbal functions in general, and also some of the features of the app. Alright, so quick demo of the gimbal here and some of its features. When we first turn on, it's going to default to pan and tilt follow mode. So what that means is, as you pan the gimbal, the phone will follow, and then if you tilt, it'll tilt down, tilt up. As you can see, it's following in that mode. Double click the trigger to recenter. Press the mode button to change mode. So now we're just in pan follow mode only. So on the pan axis, but tilt, will be locked into whatever is looking at in the front there. Same with the roll axis, that's always going to be locked. And then press the mode again for the all follow mode, also known as FPV mode. So it'll basically, the roll axis will follow, the pan axis will follow, and the tilt axis will follow. So this is what they call all follow mode or FPV mode. Double click here, recenter. If you press and hold the trigger in the back there, that will lock all axes. So the roll axis, tilt axis, pan axis are all locked, so it's going to maintain whatever you're going to be. If you wanted to focus on something straight ahead, no matter what you do, it's going to look like you're not even moving. It'll just maintain that stability. You can also manually control the axes with this dial here. So it defaults to roll, press the button, short press it, and then you have the pan axis. I'll press it again, and now we have the tilt axis. You can also control the tilt axis and the pan axis via the joystick, of course. And if you want to switch it from horizontal to vertical mode for your vertical videos, double click the M button and it'll switch over to vertical video, and vice versa. Alright, so I'm going to try out the AI tracking on the app. You just press the trigger, and then that should initiate the tracking. I guess not. And then press the trigger. Here it goes. See, it's tracking me now. As I move about, it will follow my movements. So it's kind of like having a cameraman, a virtual cameraman. So now I'm hand holding the camera using the rear camera with the AI tracking feature. So you can use the rear camera in this mode here, though I'm not sure if the gimbal is going to show up in the video or not. But it does seem like it is tracking me. Alright, so just gonna shoot some video here with the app while using the gimbal, of course, to see how stable it is. Alright, trying the lock mode here as I'm going sideways. Works pretty well. Just give you an idea of how stable the image can be from your smartphone. Obviously, it's going to be much better than electronic stabilization. Yeah, so overall I thought the gimbal worked pretty well. Pretty good features for this particular price point. If you're interested in this gimbal and want to check it out, there's going to be a link down in the video description. Got any questions, let me know. Talk to you guys in the next one.